Hello, welcome to my channel, which I have decided to call Repurpose Yourself, because I'm presently in the midst of doing exactly that. Today I want to talk about 5 things I've learned on the path of switching careers, starting over, and turning a new leaf. Maybe you're on this journey too. Maybe in the past you had a career for many years which you got tired of or bored with. Maybe you were let go, or perhaps even your health circumstances did not allow you to continue on that career's path. Whatever your reason for moving in this new to you direction, I have found out 5 things that are probably true for most of us on this journey of repurposing ourselves. So here I want to share them with you. Number 1, we have experience. So take stock of your skills. And I'm not talking about your formal training. Your formal training, whether you're a psychiatrist or engineer, whatever your formal training is, decades, years of experience working with other people, working in a corporate environment, you have picked up skills outside of the formal training, which I know are not very widely taught. Those include things like effective communication, pitching a new idea so that people are on board with what you want to achieve, managing budgets, managing money. There's a lot more that I could put in here, but these are skills that are valuable and they're assets to you as you think about transitioning into your next chapter. And much of this learning has come from taking risks, from failing, from learning what succeeds and how to get to success. The second lesson is we need to transition. Starting over or switching careers needs processing time. And there are 2 aspects here: the processing time and the starting. They're separate. The processing time comes first. Getting laid off, asked to step down from a career that you've had for decades, can be hugely disruptive to your life. And there's a shock to the system, to your way you have arranged yourself with that career. So the processing time is the first thing that starts the moment you walk out of that office having heard you're no longer an employee at that company, at that organization. Your transition clock has started. As you work through the avalanche of emotions that follow such a disruptive event in the days, months after it happened, you will find yourself oscillating between a number of emotions, ranging from fear of how you're going to arrange yourself moving forward, or anxiety that you might not be able to support a family, or just anger at the way things went down when you were told to step down. All of these are going to be part of your emotional transition. How long the processing time takes would vary for everyone. It took me a good 6 months to escape that mental calamity. But there comes a point where the change in your work situation is far enough in the distance that you can begin seeing what might lie ahead for you, that you may begin thinking of your next chapter. The processing time will continue, but the starting time has just arrived on the scene. This leads me to the 3rd lesson. We need to learn new things. Whatever your formal training in your previous career was, it is probably not enough to equip you for a new career. Maybe you used to work as an architect, and now you're switching to product design. You will need to learn new things in that new line of work. However, you are taking with you things you have learned in your architecture career. And one thing that is in common to both would be your sense of design. Or maybe you're an administrator in higher education and you decided your new chapter is to run a food cart. Sure, you're bringing with you the skills that you've acquired in terms of budgeting and money management and working with people and managing people. But you're going to have to get a food license, you're going to get certifications. So there is a lot that you would need to pick up that would be new to you. Which brings me to the fourth lesson. We need to take risks. The most obvious risks are financial risks. You may have had income from a certain occupation that you had for many years, and now you are no longer employed. So switching careers definitely has a financial risk to it, but there's other things. There is also the fear of risk, right? What if it doesn't work? What if my new direction is a flop? Or what if there are unforeseen circumstances, natural disasters, health circumstances, family circumstances? Well, the latter are also risks, even with a solid occupation you've had for many years. The former you can possibly minimize by doing your due diligence and by doing your research and getting as prepared as you can be for moving in the new direction you want to go in. So taking a risk looks very much like you may not have everything lined up. You may not know everything, and you probably won't know everything that you need to do. And so you just need to start. And that's the last lesson that I learned myself is we don't need to be perfect. No one is perfect, right? Okay, I'm a recovering perfectionist, so I should probably know how that feels. But what I have now learned is that even companies, very, very large companies that put out a beta version of an app, they don't have all the details figured out. They wait for everyone to start the beta version, test it out, come back with comments. And so if you're one of those people who constantly has updates on your computer and your phone, well, that's the tweaking process that happens down the road, right? So you just need to start and perfect as you go. If there is such a thing as perfection. It's a constant evolution. As you accumulate more and more experience in your new direction, your new line of work, your new chapter, you will find that you are learning more, you're meeting more people, you're getting more support, and all of that will encourage you to further make investments, make choices that are going to build your future you. So I'm excited to share with you what my career switching experience was, where I came from, where I'm going to, and I will do that in my next video. But if you found those points helpful, I would love it if you can follow, like, and share with someone who may benefit from them as well. Thank you so much, as always, for your support. See you on the next one.